Have you ever noticed this? You can walk into a room and just feel something heavy in the air. Or you speak with someone and afterwards, you feel strangely drained. Many traditions have old names for these unseen influences, but what they are called matters less than how we meet them. The truth is, their only real foothold is the space we give them in our own minds. Think about it this way. A shadow only appears large when the light is far away. When you bring the light closer, the shadow shrinks or it disappears completely. Fear is what keeps our inner light distant. It's the disturbed soil where seeds of doubt and unease can take root. The real work isn't to fight the shadows. It's to tend to our own light, our own inner stillness. Ancient wisdom teaches us this simple truth. What is outside cannot disturb what is deeply settled inside. A great mountain does not tremble when the wind blows. The wind is just wind. The mountain is the mountain. The real journey is learning to be the mountain. If this idea of being the steady mountain resonates with you, let it be your intention. I invite you to declare it with us. In the comments below, write, "I am the steady mountain." By writing it, you plant a seed of unwavering stillness within yourself. And if you feel this path is for you, the path of finding your own unshakable center, then consider joining us. Subscribe to this space and we can continue to explore these simple truths together. You know, a life that feels unsettled or disturbed often comes down to one thing: giving away our attention. Here's what that really means. Unseen influences or the heavy feelings from others are like water seeking a place to flow. They search for small openings, places in our mind or heart where there is already a bit of chaos. If your thoughts are always scattered, jumping from one worry to another, you are leaving the windows of your inner home wide open. And through those open windows, any passing storm can enter. Think of it in a very practical way. If you leave your house with the door unlocked, you are creating an invitation. It's not about the ill will of the person outside. It's about the lack of care for your own space. In the same way, when your attention is constantly drawn to what might go wrong, you are creating an opening. You are telling life, "I am focused on disturbance." So naturally, disturbance finds you. But here's the quiet power you have. You decide where your attention goes. That choice is yours and yours alone. When you fix your attention on your own strength, on your own calm, that is what begins to grow. The old stories speak of turning our attention away from a fire to let it burn out. Why? Because a fire needs fuel to live. These heavy feelings from the outside are the same. They feed on the fuel of your fear and your constant worry about them. But the moment you calmly withdraw your attention, the moment you decide to place your focus on your breath, on the feeling of your feet on the ground, you starve the fire. This isn't a battle. It's a simple turning away. It is realizing you are the guardian of your own home, and you get to decide what you give your attention to. When you feel that invisible pressure, that sudden shift in the air that makes you feel uneasy, your first instinct might be to tense up, to brace yourself for something you can't even see. But life teaches us a gentler way, and it's a tool that is always with you, your own breath. This might sound almost too simple, but from deep observation, we find that the simplest things hold the most profound stability. When you guide your breath, you guide your mind. And when your mind is calm, nothing from the outside can truly unsettle it. Notice what happens when a feeling of unease arises. Your shoulders might tighten. Your breathing becomes short and shallow. The mind and body are connected. An agitated breath leads to an agitated mind. But here is the beautiful part. It works both ways. When you choose to make your breath calm, deep, and slow, you send a message of safety to your entire being. That simple act pulls you out of wandering thoughts and plants you firmly in the present moment. In this moment, right here, there is only your breath. Let's try it. Just take one deep breath in. Feel the air fill your lungs. Now slowly let it all go. In that single simple cycle, you've created a pause. A space between the feeling and your reaction to it. Every time you consciously breathe like this, You are reminding yourself that you are the quiet center of your own life. You are the stillness beneath the ripples on the surface of the water. So when you feel shaken, don't meet the disturbance with more disturbance. Meet it with your breath. That is where you will find your ground. In moments where you feel a bit lost or weighed down, you don't need complicated rituals. Your own body, your own breath, already holds the answer. You can find your way back to your center in less than a minute. This is a simple practice you can try. First, just notice how you are sitting or standing. Gently straighten your spine. Let your shoulders relax downward and open up your chest, even just a little. When you change your posture, you change how you feel. Your body is telling your mind, I am stable, I have space. It's a simple physical shift that creates an inner one. Next, bring your attention to your breath. Breathe in slowly, feeling it travel deep into your body. Don't rush it. This one breath is an act of gathering your own strength. Then, as you exhale, imagine you are gently releasing everything that feels heavy. Do this 2 or 3 times. It only takes a few seconds, but in that time, you've completely reset your inner rhythm. Now, with your posture steady and your breath calm, you can add a simple image to your mind. Picture the roots of a great tree extending from your feet, going deep into the earth. Feel that connection. You aren't imagining something that isn't there. You are connecting with the simple truth that you are supported by the ground beneath you. As you hold this feeling, you can say to yourself very quietly, I am steady, I am here. This piece is my own. By the time a minute has passed, you are no longer where you started. You have brought your body, your breath, and your mind into simple alignment. And that alignment is your natural strength. So often, we are taught to fear things that feel negative. We believe that difficulties are sent only to harm us. But what if we looked at it differently? What if the very things that seem to press on us are actually opportunities? Life teaches us that what is meant to test us can also be what strengthens us. The only thing that changes is how we decide to see it. When an uncomfortable feeling arises, the common reaction is to pull away from it, to distract ourselves. But every time you do that, you quietly teach yourself that the feeling is stronger than you are. You leave your own inner strength sitting unused. But what happens if you just stay with it for a moment? What if you turn to face it, not with aggression, but with simple awareness? You will discover something amazing. The feeling loses its power over you. What felt like a huge wave becomes just a ripple in the water. Think about how a strong blade is forged. It isn't made strong by being kept in a safe, cool place. It is placed directly in the fire. The heat is what transforms the soft metal into something that is resilient and unbreakable. In a way, when you feel outer pressure or negativity, you are standing in a kind of fire. You have a choice. You can allow it to frighten you, or you can see it as the very heat that is forging your own inner resilience. It's a profound shift. Instead of asking, why is this pressure here? You can ask, what is this teaching me about my own strength? That one simple question changes everything. And over time, you realize that the things that once caused you so much unease have become your greatest teachers. True steadiness is not something you find once and then you're done. It's not a single act. It is a way of living, a daily practice. It's about cultivating an inner environment of such peace and clarity that unsettled feelings simply find no place to land. It's like tending a garden. You do it little by little, every single day. When you wake up in the morning, the very first thoughts you choose are like planting the first seeds of the day. If your mind goes straight to worry, the soil of your day becomes unsettled from the start. But if your first moments are given to simple gratitude, for the breath in your lungs, for another day, you set a completely different tone. Gratitude creates a warmth and fullness inside, and in a space that is already full, there is no room for heaviness to enter. It's also in how you move through your day. Walk with awareness of your body. Feel your feet on the ground. When you are steady in your body, you feel more steady in your mind. This state isn't built in one grand gesture. It is built through small, consistent choices. Choosing to take 3 conscious breaths when you feel overwhelmed. Choosing not to get pulled into conversations filled with fear or complaint. Each one of these small choices is like adding a stone to the foundation of your inner peace. Slowly, you will notice a change. You won't be thinking so much about protection, because you'll just feel grounded in who you are. Nature shows us this. When you climb a mountain, the air at the bottom can be thick and heavy, but as you climb higher, the air becomes clear, light, and open. Your inner state can be the same. By choosing these small, mindful practices every day, you are simply choosing to live at a higher altitude, where the air is clear. And in that clarity, you find your freedom,